Hi guys, today we're going to take a look at Warzone 6 for a 300 plus monk, and this spawn is actually surprisingly profitable on the monk. It's very easy, really, and super profitable. So I tried it, and I didn't get like supremely lucky, in my opinion, when I hunted here. This was like, I felt like this was more or less average. The suspicious devices, which is like a big chunk of the profit here, on my server, 20k each. So you can compare that. Um, I don't think that's super expensive, but generally speaking, I think you can still expect somewhere between 1 to 1.2 kk profit per hour here and around 3.3 kk per hour raw experience. This spot is somewhat similar to like the two-headed turtles in Maripor in that it's very profitable, but the experience is kind of like although the experience here is better than Maripor turtles. So, you know, something to consider, although, you have to pay for the entrance to come here, so that's also something different. Anyway, difficulty 5 out of 10. Profit S minus, EXP B C tier, bestiary 3 hours for Diamond, 6 hours for Deepworm. So requirements, I do recommend level 300 plus for that HP pool. You will need to give 10 to 15 task points in the dangerous depths quest every time you enter. It's 10 if you've completed Warzone 1 to 3 or 15 if you haven't. You can read up more about this quest. It's quite complicated. So yeah, I suggest you just read up the quest. Spoiler, you will need a dwarven ring. I believe the humongous fungus, they make you drunk, so I'd recommend having a dwarven ring. And this place can be effectively hunted by basically everybody. It's great for Monk Knight Paladin, and I think it's okay for sorcerers, especially as well. But yeah, overall it's okay. Geos, maybe, probably not. Recommended imbuements all standard, and earth protection imbue is actually very helpful. As you can see, it's like 50% earth damage, so earth protection is helpful. I didn't have it when I hunted here, I'm pretty sure, and it was fine. But if you want to come here, I don't know, maybe even below level 300, if you want to come out like 250, or if you want to come out 300, you don't have charms, you don't necessarily have best in slot, then earth protection, obviously, very good. Recommended weapon type, in my opinion, energy is best. Physical is also okay. You're going to be able to kill here everything here with physical, but if you can, I would recommend using energy. Moving on, supplies per hour. I used about 1600 great mana potions per hour and about 50 ultimate spirit potions. This is going to be going down very quickly with levels. By the time you're like level 400 plus, especially if you have like a soul mass, at that point you're almost using no supplies at all. For the charms, I recommend low blow or freeze on the Diamo and Savage Blow or Inflame on the Deepworm. Myself, I was just using a low blow Savage Blow combination. Very nice. The monsters have pretty low health, so charm crits are very good. For the wheel, I'm currently recommending a T1 aesthetic wheel. Obviously, this may change with any future balance changes. And I'm also using 1 to 2 lesser gems with flat hit points. And the character you'll see in the video is a level 331 monk with 103 fist and 43 magic level. So nothing particularly insane. So this is the respawn. So you come in through here. This is where you come in on the bottom right, but we don't actually hunt any of this section. So you just kind of come in, you run through, and you do your first pull in here, around here. You then move on, you go pull all the monsters through here, you do a big pull in here. This is probably the sort of trickiest one. There's like 20 monsters here if you pulled correctly, so kind of be careful for this one, but it is doable. You likely want to be kind of like standing in the stairs, in the little corridor pathway there. But yeah, overall, this is obviously the next one. After that, what you want to do is you want to kind of kite down a little bit and pull out all the monsters from here, but then start going back up here, likely finish them around here. You then move on through here, fighting everything, obviously attacking as you go. Usually we'll finish the monsters around here. Then you go through here, same here, kill the monsters around here, go through the passageway, likely kill off some more monsters here. Again, kiting, killing everything, kill the monsters around here. And then you can pull the monsters from here as well. It's not really necessary. Your respawn will keep up, but you could consider just going through here and killing this room. And once you do that, you go up here and you sort of reset by doing this room again, and then you restart. So you're kind of just doing like this section. All right, this color doesn't work very well. Let me choose green. So you could do like, you're basically doing like this section, right? This is what you're hunting. And yeah, it works pretty well. Very profitable. Suspicious devices is like a big driver of the profit here. Obviously, this will vary from one hunt to the next, and you need to pay upfront to get 8 hours of access. Dangerous Depths quest if you need more information on that. And yeah, it's pretty damn good. Definitely worth to do your bestiary. Definitely worth to make some profit. Anyway, play the video now. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.